Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all well. So this was a request on how to do a cuff nail, and yeah, so I thought, well, there's two ways. The first way, this one that I'm showing you now, is the way I like to do it. I find this the most easiest method. You don't need a liner brush or anything like that. So what you want to do is pop the bulk of that product in the cuticle area of the nail. Obviously don't flood the nail, but if you get a nice highly pigmented glitter like this one here, this is rose gold from Gel Bottle Ink, and then all I like to do is just drag the rest of that product down the nail. So you're not creating any bulk, but you're leaving most of it in that cuticle area, covering as much as you possibly want in terms of the size of the cuff that you want. So yeah, cure that. If you think that you've missed anything, you could always go in the detail, but this method, I just find it the easiest. So then I'm going to get my second colour, and the second colour will have two coats. This colour is Couture from Gel Bottle Ink, and I'm just going to literally use my brush to create that cuff. And it is so simple to do this, guys, it really is. You don't need a liner brush. This is the joy of doing it this way. I absolutely much prefer it this way than any other, because you can create that cuff with the brush itself. So and just gently go round, yeah, curving it with your brush, basically. Probably not explaining myself very well, but carry on until you're happy. Just do it light strokes, very thin coats, so you don't want to be like creating loads of bulk. If you make a bit of a mess and you want to tidy it up, just get a small cleanup brush with a bit of IPA on and just give that a wipe over. So I like it doing this method. It gives you a nice long cuff around the free edge, around the side walls as well of the nail, rather than just a blob in the cuticle area, which I quite see often anyway. I think the lady that did it just did a full coat and then a coat of a glitter around the cuticle oil, but doing it that way does create bulk on the nail, and you'll find that you'll get a lip, and then as it starts growing out, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel a lump around the cuticle area, and you're going to start picking, or it is likely just to lift anyway. So regardless of the size of the nail, this is the best method, I find personally. But I will show you another way as well. So I'm going in with the second coat. This is going to give it the pigment, the opaqueness that I want. And just gently, again, just go around, because you've already created that barrier between the two colours anyway. Just bring it nice and round. Much less effort. All done with the brush out your bottle. There's no lip either. You're not creating any kind of bulk or any a lip with this. And when you go in with your top coat, it's going to be nice and smooth, and that's what you want. You want your product on your nail to be nice and smooth, and I will show you that in a second once I've finished top coating. I'm quite enjoying, I do love a cuff nail, and I'm so tempted. I think that's what I want next on my nails. So if I do, I'll do a live on, well, I won't do a live, I'll record it, so you can see me do it on my own nails, just so you've got an absolute idea of how to do that, rather than do it just on a tip, because it is a bit easier on a tip. But in terms of the method of how to get the best cuff nail, this is the way do it. So nice thin coats, look at that, no lip, smooth all the way down, perfect. And the second way you can do the cuff nail is go in with your colour first and leave the cuff area and do that second rather than do the cuff area first like the first one. With this method you are going to need a detailer brush. So you're going to do exactly the same as what you would with the brush, and that is use your brush to create your curve. Now I do find this a little bit more trickier and excuse me, and a little bit more time consuming, just because you've not got that colour there already from the cuff. And then you have to judge how much cuff you want as well. But the easiest part is let the brush do the work. That's the best way I can explain it to you, is just let that brush flow around it into that oval shape. Make sure you've got enough product on your brush. And I'm just using the brush now just to push the product up to create that nice curve around the nail. So you can see here I do faff a bit more than I did with the other one. Again, just buffing it slightly up just because I want it more curved. Just bring the rest of that product down the nail, and then we can give that a cure. And again, if you're not too happy or your shape's not quite right, use a clean up brush. Don't use your finger unless you've got a glove on. I think I do get a clean up brush in the end. No I don't, do I? I don't know. I'm just checking both sides down that what would be your free edge of the nail, and just make sure I'm happy and they're both even on both sides. And you can see why I don't do this method, just basically because it's just a faff, or a little faffier than the first method, I should say. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry guys, I did film this a couple of days ago and I'm doing it as a voiceover. Here you go. I wasn't quite happy, so I'm going in with that clean up brush. I'm just dragging that product off there and making those sides even, because that's what you want. You want to make sure, and all the nails as well, when you're doing them on a client, you need them to be pretty much the cuff the same size. So bear that in mind. So again, I'm going in with a second coat. And it's much easier on the second coat because your product is already down and it's not likely to bleed into the cuff part because you've already created that barrier with the first coat. And just butting it up. It's just such a pretty design, and a simple design as well, but very effective on the nail. So there we are, just building up the opacity with the second coat. You shouldn't need any more than 2 if you've got good quality products. And this one is Royal Navy from Gel Bottle Ink. The stunning colours. So I'm just explaining here that once you've cured that, you have created that barrier. So when you go in with your cuff colour, it's not going to bleed in to into the blue. because like I say, you've created that slight little wall in between, so it should just automatically flow into that area quite nicely. So I'm just decanting a bit of this colour, and this one is Cleopatra from the Gel Bottle Ink. I'm using my Erin Seals Bestie brush, which is a nice striper brush, not too long, not too short, perfect to get round that cuticle area. I was trying to show you on the back of my glove. Oh, it didn't happen. So yeah, so I'm just explaining here, there is a lip there now, so just making sure that, because I'm only going to do one coat of this as well, as this colour is very opaque already, because again, you don't want to create bulk around that cuticle area. You just want to grab your product and butter that up to the colour. Sorry, my camera's really going out of focus today. It wants to focus on the brush. So I am putting quite a bit of product on my brush, but not loads, because I still want, you know, the opacity there. And I say we are just going to do one coat. Oh, the camera's just liking my brush. Sorry, guys. So yeah, just gently bring that around. I mean, in between the two, you do get the same effect in the end. But in terms of time and effort, I think the first method is so much easier. Oh, I just sneezed. Sorry. And also, I forgot where I was going with that. Yeah, you just have to be a little bit more precise, don't you, doing this method instead. I'm just making sure that I'm really getting that close to the blue. We don't want any gaps. And again, you can always go in with your clean-up brush. I think I got a bit too much product down there as well, so I'm just trying to even that out a bit. So yeah, I did go over a little bit here, and I'm just, again, going in with a bit of IPA, just brushing that away. And that is your second method. But again, you still get the smoothness. There's no lip or anything on there. And as soon as you put your top coat on, it's going to smooth it all out. So yeah, you're not going to get any lip where your client's going to want to start picking as it grows out. But they are beautiful designs, perfect for this time of year. Very lovely Christmas look, very elegant. So you don't have to do anything too fancy, but yeah, I think they've turned out really pretty, and I like the colours together. I'm going to decide what to do with mine because they're a mess. So there you are, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry I rambled on a little bit. So I did film it a couple of days ago, and I wish I'd just filmed it there and then and voiced it there, and then it would have been a lot easier than trying to talk through something that I've already done. So yeah, I hope you found this useful. If there was anything else you want to see, just leave that in the comments below. But yeah, very simple, very easy. So one is definitely my preferred method than the other, as I keep saying. I'm going to shut up now. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now. Bye. Guys, I just thought I would prep my thumb and go in with So you can see how I do it on my own nails. I've already prepped this. This is dry. I don't like to take too much. Let me just get my nippers on that bit of skin. I've already gone in with my thin layer of BAB. Prepped my nail, shaped my nail. I'm just gonna tweeze these little bits of skin off because we don't want those there. There's always a little bit I can never get hold of. Right, let's clean that up. It's because the skin's dry. So I'm going in with the Cleopatra. I've already got red on my nails, so I've decided to go blue. Hopefully I'll be at a decent angle for this to be picked up. So I'm doing straight out the bottle. I'm going to butt it up as close to the cuticle area as possible without touching. Get it nice and neat. Round. So I want it quite far down and then just drag the rest off. Just want to take a little bit more. Just want to build up the opacity in that area and just gently float that down. So I hope that was in shot. It's so difficult when you're trying to do your own, isn't it? Trying to focus on the nail and not on the camera. It's very difficult. Something that I need to master, that I have not mastered yet. I might faff a little bit because it's the first one I've done. Until you get like a good flow of what you're doing. Not too happy with that coverage, so I'm just going to go in. Just gently float that. Right, I'm going to pop that in the lamp. Okay, that's just stunning colour on its own. Let's see if we can just get a bit more light. Dark today. Okay, so let's just go in now with my blue and work out how much of the cuff I want to show. Bring the rest of the product down. Bring that around into the free edge. Just put up and get your shape. Just tease that until you are happy that you are looking at it at all angles. Just feel like I need to just curve it slightly up a bit more. bring the rest of that product down. Make sure you're happy again from this angle. Just take a bit of product off. Yeah, nail lip. Let's just cap that free edge. Very important. Right, I'm going to cure that. There we go, let's get in that second coat and build up that opacity. Put it up to that first layer. There's not loads on my brush, I'm working thin because like you say, we don't want to have a lip or build up too much product. And this is quite opaque anyway. Just check that again. It's always harder on your own, guys, anyway, when you're doing your own nails. If I get a client that wants it, I'll ask her if she would mind if I recorded it. So we will see. Honestly, when I do my own nails, I'm sure I hold my breath. Does anybody else hold the breath, or it feels like you're holding your breath? You're trying to be really steady. There we go. Check that. I am happy with that. There is no lip. To be fair, this thumb is an odd shape anyway. I have ridges. Right, I'm going to cure that. So I'm going to go in with my top coat. Make it shine. This is my Madam Glam top coat, which I really like. Just level that out, make sure I get my line of light there. Anything off the sides. Right, let's cure. Okay, I'm just wiping off that inhibition layer because this one does have a inhibition layer on the top coat. There we are. And then I'm going to go in with my very own rhubarb and custard cuticle oil. Going to nourish that where I have dehydrated. My oils smell amazing, if I may say so myself. My website for my oils, guys, is in the description below. I do ship worldwide now as well, so it smells so good. Just really rub it in. I think it's really important that you rub in your cuticle oil. because you want to moisturize your skin and hydrate your skin. Now once I've done that, you find that always wait for the nails to cool down as well before you put your cuticle oil on, because it will dull that shine. But I just like to go back in and buff just the polish, the gel. Oh, there goes my doggies. Sorry about that. Are we getting any post today? Let's just bring back that shine. And there we are, guys. That is it. 1 down, 9 more digits to go. Let's see how I get on, because they are due. Isn't that pretty? Like it. Love blue. Favourite colour. Anyway, guys, it's always hard to do your own nails. God help me when I do my non-dominant hand. But yeah, that's just how I do it. I hope you find it useful, and you're able to do your own or do your client's nails. There's no lip going on there either, which is great, which is what you want, because when it grows out, you're not going to get a huge lip around the cuticle oil, and that's going to avoid lifting or your client picking. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.